Alright, so now I'm going for the 30 death challenge. The first zone is not super complicated. I just need to pull off one room skip by getting 90 seconds in the first 1, 2, 3, 4 rooms. I'm going to have to die in every room to advance, but I just want to make sure I get as much time as possible in the first room, just so that things go incredibly wrong, we can recoup. But if I get 30 seconds in each room, I'm doing plenty enough to unlock the boss. Yep, 30 seconds is fine. Probably could have survived a little longer. I was looking at my timer, realizing that I am still trying to speedrun the game technically. But this is by no means a speedrun, so don't get your hopes up. I'm not going to be intentionally fast forwarding through anything except maybe the post-boss animations and other things that I have ingrained in my mind. But the goal is to not die, so that is the utmost importance. Okay, here we're going to have to intentionally die to the blue guys, but I definitely want to get a good amount of time. So it's actually pretty easy to die to the blue guys. You just don't go on the side of the map. Easier said than done, but there we go. Okay, now we're at 30 plus 23 plus 16. So I think we're pretty much there. I can survive 30 seconds pretty consistently on this level. I say that, I'm probably going to get like 23. I know the discs are just going to gang up on me now that I flexed on them, but we'll see what we can do. I'm going to have to pull off a dash here. There's plenty of space in the top right. It's going to slowly close off, and I'm going to make my way to the top left, where I'll have to do another dash. Maybe didn't have to do a dash quite yet. Ooh, I was debating on going downwards, but whatever. We unlocked the room skip, so we didn't have to go to the room below us, which is good. And now we just need to beat this boss. The good thing about beating bosses is that you don't die when you beat a boss. Downside is eventually I'm gonna have to make my way in this room on my right, and yeah, I don't know how to do that. But for now, we just go up. So now I need 60 seconds, or I need, yes, 60 seconds in the first two rooms here. The first room is definitely easier to get the 60 seconds in, so I'm gonna try to hit like a high 40, maybe a low 40. Dashing through the slow guys is not recommended, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do. The main thing to look out for here is just don't stay on the pad. Don't feel like you need to be on the pad at all times. Sometimes the best place to be is not on the pad, and then you come back in and it's like, wow, everything's so safe. Why was I ever worried about dying? With that said, the longer you spend off the pad, the harder the game gets and more discs spawn, so you want to spend as much time on the pad as you can. Alright, I even got the slow. I'm not going to use it, but now I need 19 seconds on this level. Not super obvious, but it's definitely doable. I honestly wonder if using slow might be the better move here, because sometimes these spinny discs do get out of control. Slow doesn't count time on the pad, but sometimes the dash is very useful for getting through things that are trying to kill you. So it looks like I got 19. I'm just going to farm for fun. No rush to go anywhere super quickly. Just want to flex on the haters because I need to understand my enemy, because they are what's going to kill me on the next boss fight. So now we can do another room skip because we got 60 seconds in that zone, and boss fight time. So this boss fight should be pretty simple if you don't fast forward it. The hard part about most boss fights is not actually staying alive, it's about playing them quickly and speed runs. So, but sometimes you can get surprised with either the flurries or the way these spinny discs bounce. So you just want to play it safe. Yeah, see, sometimes they get you on these weird spins, and you just have to run all over the place. I'm gonna try and avoid the green sludge. Spend some time over here. Now that we're sub 1 second, should be able to get away freely. I'm also gonna have to unlock this room on my right eventually, which I think means I have to die to the gatekeeper here. Not sure if my routing is exactly correct, but it should be good enough. So here I don't actually need to spend any time in this room, unless Can I just walk up there? I don't actually know. I'll try it. No, okay, that room is closed for business. I could go there now, but I don't need to. I just need to survive 10 seconds in this room. Should be super simple. Messing this room up is a big no-no. And if you want to, you can get the clone ability. But now the name of the game is get 50 orbs. I feel like sometimes when I get 50 orbs in 3 levels, it doesn't let me do the room skip into the boss. But these are things I am trying to understand as I learn to speedrun the game alongside finish all of its challenges. But we're still going to try and get as many orbs as possible because that is what you do when you want to get 50 orbs. Okay, 14, not great. This is really the level, though, where you should aim big. If you get the first 10 orbs really quickly, the next 10 after that should be pretty simple. Ooh, that is not a death you want to see, though. I was a little thrown off by his dash into the wall and then bouncing off. But it's something you got to be prepared for. Just learn the behavior of the antibodies. I was prepared for that dash, but I was patiently waiting for my orb. But yeah, definitely dying before 10 is not ideal. Dying before 20, you know, you can recoup. You can always recoup on the next level. But dying before 10, it's not great. Okay. So I might just have to do all 4 antibodies, depending on how I do on this next one. I don't even know if you get 50 orbs if you can skip the next one. I've definitely been in situations where I couldn't, but maybe I just haven't quite figured out how to pull off the room skip. Because normally as soon as you unlock the requirements for a room, it doesn't actually matter. So here I do need 2 more, which is fine. I just ran right into this guy. That's kind of insane. Let's see how long I can survive. Not long at all. Alright, Carnivorous Gatekeeper. Can I beat him first try? Not an easy ask, I will tell you that. It's definitely the guy that gives me trouble during my speedruns. He's the guy that's going to give me trouble during my challenge runs. Oh boy, a lot of commotion around here. Almost died to teeth there. Staying in the corner is normally pretty safe. It looks really dangerous because there's nowhere to move. But as long as teeth isn't targeting you, you are cool to just sit there for a second. Again, sitting in the corner. I asked teeth to hang out over there, so I have free passage elsewhere. Now we just need 1 more. I'm gonna dive it because why not? I don't know if that was first try. I'm very bad at paying attention. And now we don't want to die to teeth unless we have to die to teeth. Maybe we do have to die to teeth. I never paid attention to that. And so now we need to, unfortunately, die to either one of these guys. So I'm gonna die. The Overgrown Gatekeeper, unlock this room. Then I'm gonna have to die to this guy. Then I'm gonna have to die to this guy. This is the sad part of the run where you see all your deaths go up in smoke. And now the hard part. So now I want to get 120 seconds across 2 rooms. Not super obvious. The first 20 seconds are actually some of the hardest in this level because you only have 1 light to work with. But once the 20 seconds have passed, you do get a second light. And although that light is trying to kill you, you can use it to your advantage to really get some more map awareness. Now we have 2 lights. Should be good to sort of maneuver my way around the level. 60 seconds is the goal. Ideally you want more than 60 seconds because 60 seconds is definitely not as short on the next level, but if I had to pick one of the 2 levels to get 60 seconds on, to get more than 60 seconds on, it's honestly the second level. So look how I'm using the light to my advantage though. I'm like dashing into what used to be dark, but now that there's 2 lights, or 3 lights even, it's pretty much like you can see the whole map and you can plan out where you're gonna go ahead of time instead of having to trust the darkness. Now even though there are more discs, I can trust my ability. So now I only need 55 seconds. Pretty good spot to be in. Again, this level is not super difficult, but sometimes the discs do gang up on you. So what you got to look out for is planning out your dashes. And, you know, when all things seem crazy, you want to wait until the last second possible until you plan out your dash, because sometimes these guys have a way of just moving out of your way and not even requiring you to pull off some insane dash to stay alive. But there are definitely times when these big discs are looming and looks like you have no options. What ends up actually being really dangerous later on is the lights. They are not quite so lenient with how much space they give you. See here, it seems like I'm almost parting the Red Sea with these big discs. I only need 5 more seconds. Should be able to get it in this corner. Now at this rate, I'm just going to try and get some extra time. If I make it to the right side of the map, the left side of the map, might have been able to get quite a few extra seconds there. But looks like nothing's really trying to get me right now. That was a really tight dash. Another really tight dash. Another really tight dash. This room does get very complicated later on. Start having to pull all sorts of dashes, and then it essentially becomes impossible at the end, unless you happen to be in the right zone. Alright, Phantom Gatekeeper time. This level's not too difficult. I do struggle with it in my speed runs because I tried to fast forward through as much as possible, but not going to be the case today. I'm just going to play it chill. Just play it chill. Alright. 4 more. Double dips are nice because it means there's less chance for dying later on, but you do put yourself at a little bit of a risk when you try to recenter yourself after the double dip. Alright, pretty clean, can't complain. And now we have to die a few more times. So I'm just gonna die immediately on this level, and then we're gonna go up and we're gonna use the absorb strat that you might have seen me use during my speed runs. It's actually pretty good RNG here, just kind of avoid this guy, and then I'm gonna try to get rid of my saw blade before it's too late. Could definitely farm more time on that level, but I am much more comfortable with some of the other levels, so this is a pretty good start to this level. If I didn't have an empty pocket there, what I would have done is just switch to dash and see how far I could go. Because there's only one guy bouncing like crazy on this level, it is actually pretty easy to avoid him with dash. But if you can use absorb, I think it's a lot more consistent. Okay, I need to get up to 90, so I'm gonna try and farm this room for all that it's worth. It's not, easy to get 30 second, or what is it? I need to get 50 seconds across the next 2 rooms. Not super consistent, but there's always a backup room in case I'm not able to do it. So it's just the backup room makes me have 1 less chance at doing either the again level or the boss fight, which I'm probably going to need more than 1 life for, if I'm being honest. That was really dangerous. Sometimes these force fields push you into situations you really don't want to be in. It's kind of the point. But if you can circle around them, then you can get access to another level. Alright, we need 18 on this next level, which is definitely doable. If I don't get it, I'm just going to have to go to the backup room. Alright. Essentially just need a second clear. Ooh, didn't quite get it. So now we're just going to go over here. 6 seconds shouldn't be too difficult. Yeah, definitely getting it, and some. Alright, how many deaths are we at? We are at 26. So I am allowed to die, I don't know, probably like 3 times. We'll just try and do this level first try. Definitely want to clear the center while it's available. First board looks clear to me. Try and bait him over here. Ah, I only needed 1 more square. Alright, try again. It's fine. We're not speed running, so I can take my time if need be. I do like this rhythm that I'm giving them, where I'm like chasing them all over around the map. And now I have 2 tries. 2 tries on the final boss. Let's go, let's do it. I've been practicing the final boss anyway, so let's see if practice pays off. Alright, let's bait him to one of the corners. Pretty clean first phase, not super fast, but good enough. Now I'm just gonna have to make sure I gain access to this corner over here. Yeah, sometimes I try to speed up that level because you definitely don't want to take too much time when you're doing that level. Now we need to bait him into one of the corners. Not a super clean first phase, but I think I should be able to clean up. Just dodge these guys. Alright. Whenever you see the boss start to occupy one of the places with the remaining squares, you know you're in for a bit of trouble. It all comes down to this. This phase you can play extremely safe if you want to, and that's exactly what I'm going to do. There's no point in being the hero on this level. Oh boy. Alright, 2 more. Let's see one of them, and then we can just take the long perimeter, and there you go. That is, I think, 29 deaths. Had a buffer of 1, and there's definitely levels that I died on that I didn't need to. But there you go. We'll speed through the credits and see that the challenge has been unlocked. Also, I think if you look at my my challenges, you'll see that I have apparently like a speedrun of like a minute, and I think that's because I once upon a time may have unlocked all the zones with the cheats and then beat the final boss, and I think it counted the time. So I would like to reset that if possible, but it's fine. We all know what my true speedrun record is. Alright, 29 deaths. Not bad, not bad. Died to the ultimate gatekeeper twice. And we will look at my challenges. Less than 30 deaths, 5 out of 30. Yeah, I don't know what that is. I definitely didn't die 5 times. Okay, well, there you go. Challenge number 2 completed.